such thing as a perfect technique. The only perfect technique is getting home safe.
That's all that matters, guys. I don't care if you have to pee and poop on someone.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Whatever
works to get home
it
safe.
takes, all right? So there's always going to be some guy that goes, oh, you learned what? Well, I learned how to hitchhike out and I can get out. And then he grabs you really hard and he goes, oh yeah, try and get out of that. And let's face it, guys, men are stronger than us. I don't care. I used to squat 315, bench 225. There's always some man with his adrenaline that's stronger than us. So you learn to loosen their grip. So, loosening their grip comes from either spitting, kicking, grab me. I can either kick him in the balls, knee him, hit him, whatever. But I guarantee you, as I move in, he's going to break that. And it's called loosening. Don't ever feel, oh, it's not working, it's not working.
Just keep on going.
The guy that says that says you have a right to hurt him. Period. You're not letting go. Ah, see, it doesn't work. Watch him let go. Okay? Oh my God, you did him well. You wouldn't let go.
Can I make a point
Yes.
on that? You know, that's a great point because a lot of times I think we get stuck on chokes or whatever technique it is, and you're like, it's not working, and then you're like, this has to work, this has to work. You have other things. This class is designed to help you think outside the box, give you as many techniques or options to get out of an attack and run or get to safety as possible. So if something doesn't work, you have something else. And you don't get stuck on, oh, my wrist is stuck, and now you're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Right.
Good.
Now you're out. You've
Right.
got something else you can do, and you don't have to be stuck on one thing.
Yes, and you cannot.
I leave.
All right. So, everybody say the next line, attack the attacker.
Attack the attacker.
Say it all at once. Attack the attacker.
Attack the attacker.
1, 2, 3.
Attack the attacker.
Attack the attacker.
There's no, I'm sorry, there's no, oh God, what is he, you know, what's going on here? Do I hurt him? I've made this mistake myself when I was jumped and I stepped in and I said, do I know you? I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Why are you wearing a green Christmas hat and a little white sweater? And then I didn't realize he was trying to attack me. By that time, he got my keys. I should have just stepped in and hammered him. And then gone, oh, I'm sorry, Grandma. Shouldn't, anybody that enters your office, you need to take care of business, period. And that's how you need to think today. You think 1 second like, oh my God. That's why in the Israeli army, Sensei Jacob used to say they'd stand there like this, and the guys would come up and kick them right in the balls. And they weren't allowed to flinch. Because the minute you flinched, your throat was slit. You had to learn to take that pain.
Very good on
So that's why it's so important for you to commit.
Aren't you glad you don't have bombs?
I mean,
Yeah,
hey,
that hurts too when you get hit right there.
yeah, we've had it. All right, now, here are some terms. The reason why we're going over this terminology is because once we get into the techniques, I want you to understand. If Jason grabs my wrist, there's a space here. Okay? Trying to get out, most women are always like, ah! Now, we close this gap. You close it. You come right into his space. And so that's called closing the gap, When if he goes to throw a hook at me, I'm closing the gap. Now, if Sensei Luke grabs me from behind, I need to open that gap. I need to open it. So there's a lot of things, even if I'm on the ground and he's mounting me, this is a closed gap. I need to open that gap. So understanding this street smart stuff is called conceptual fighting. Jab, right, double. That's combination fighting. That's a sport. When you're in the streets, you gotta know, Sensei Robert throws me a right, he wants to grab my necklace or whatever. I need to know what I need to do. For me, conceptually now, I got his kidneys, I got his leg, and I got his hair. I don't know what I'm gonna do before he does it. But conceptually, I'm like, oh, I'm a kid in the candy store. Kidneys, leg, ball. Oh my God, so much to grab. All right.
That's awesome.
Here's a philosophy you must carry with you at all times. It is better to be judged by 12 than to be carried out by 6. Now, when I said that in Spain, nobody understood. Pero en Estados Unidos, it's the jury is 12, see? And when you carry a casket out, it's 6 guys. So you must always, whatever you go, well, I didn't want to hurt them, they might arrest me. It's too late at that point. What takes minutes for the cops to arrive takes seconds for a guy to hurt you or kill you. So you have to be your own bodyguard. You've got to be your own protector. All right, chopping the tree down. Who's our smallest person? Oh, Rosanna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep up. Now, Eric's gonna jump. I mean, it happens, right? Or I should have used Susan. All right, here we go. Can she reach his eyes?
No, not very easily.
No. So she has to chop the tree down. So in chopping the tree down, she can either kick his knee. Go for it. There. What did she acquire?
His eyes.
Right. Right there. She can knee him in the balls. Go ahead. Boom. She acquired the face as a target, the computer. So in chopping the tree down, and also not just kneeing, taking your legs straight up. That's the best way to drop a man. Okay, thank you. I kicked a guy one time, a 265-pound guy. He stepped on my foot and pushed me over. We were in a big stick weapon fight, and I was going to break my ankle, and I just went, get off me! And I went right, I could feel his testicles wrapping around my ankle. Never stopped him!
Oh.
He just went, don't you ever kick me in the balls! And it took 3 guys to get him off me.
Wow.
Never stopped him. It would have been better for me to take his knee out. And I was not in a position as I was falling backwards to take it straight up. But know that just because you kick some guy in the balls, he may like that. They're weird. These guys are weird out there. Okay, just to say. All right. Adrenaline dump. We're gonna finish this. And
Yeah,
then
that's a very important point, the adrenaline.
your heart, what's your heart rate? What does anybody know what your pulse rate is?
66.
Resting or active?
Resting.
Resting.
60 to 70.
60.
Okay.
I mean, mine's 60, 66. Resting.
Until you do your work, then it goes up to 100.
Yeah. Until I pay my bills.
So, your resting heart rate is between 66 and 72. But when you get scared, nervous, some guy cuts in front of you and you slam the brake on, your heart rate goes up to like 120, 135. That's when you shake a little bit. That's the adrenaline dump. And on 60,000 miles of vessels, you have little beta receptor sites, and that adrenaline attaches to the beta receptor sites and constricts the vessels. That's called hypertension. Instead of taking heart medications, you can always fix the adrenal glands if you're doing it all the time. But the bottom line is that when you're really scared, some guy's slapping you around, raping you, putting a gun to your head or a knife, or you're seeing your friends being beaten and you don't know what to do, your heart rate goes up over 150, 160. That's where you become paralytic. And you can't move. You can't talk. You just lay there. And a guy can just beat on you all he wants and you can't move. Happens to the best of soldiers. It happens to the best of cops. Happens to the best of martial artists. And that's why what we teach in here is fight like a cat being shampooed. You just go. Don't think, oh, well, Sensei Spice said I should do this and then that. No, just watch him try and block that crap. Your job is to get home safe, period. End of story. And if you got DNA under your fingernails,
You can hopefully at least get a conviction.
you got it. It's your job. It becomes your job now to take care of yourself. So, all right, guys, put this away and we're going to start.